Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Signal here, welcome back to another video. So we're going to start off by fighting Black Adam here. I have Jokarized Batarangs at level 10 on this man, Puppet of Zatanna at level 8 on Zatanna, and I think Swamp Thing has got a sort of salvation. Boy, the AI in normal is so weird. He doesn't continue after a jump. That's weird because the gold Black Adam does continue the combo after a jump. My bad there, I guess. Okay, infinite power, please don't lose it, please, come on. There we go. Not even sure what special does have the smallest animation with this man. Okay, nah, it still staggers him for a long time. I was looking for the shortest animation because I kind of okay, you do special on me without doing any combo. But yeah, I was wondering which special has the shortest animation, because that's what you would normally use to trigger the Jokarized Batarangs. I don't think the damage part of the third special for each negative effect is really that worth it. Though I might be wrong as we get more stats, but if that's not worth it, you're gonna go for the shortest animation, though all of them have weirdly longer animations. Okay, this man doesn't seem to do anything. Let's get this going. Maybe not use Zatanna here. I mean, not use her triggering infinite power and buffing me up, because that tends to end the fight real quick. Again, this will not happen on heroics. People randomly doing specials on you on heroics, they will need to do like 3 hits before blocked or unblocked. Also, they don't do jumps in the corner. Like, the jumping in the corner is so much more annoying than I thought it would be as a concept. Just don't, please. Okay, get this man in to tank super move. Okay, there's already 5 stacks of the Swamp Thing passive. Really wish that did more damage, because if it did more damage, wouldn't be so inconvenient to apply actually and get to max stacks. Like, that thing is relatively easy to get going, but the damage is nothing. Bro, chill. And I really want Swamp Thing to work, and to be worth using, because most likely what will end up happening is Zatanna, John Constantine, and whatever else third character, like a classic Wonder Woman. Because the 200 damage from Swamp Thing and the fact that you have to tag him to get it is not the best thing, but it's so convenient to have him for the shields. I really hope he will be worth keeping. Okay, what about this man? Resistant to crit. Okay. Just drop the Dark Mallow cards. Where is it? There we go. Got a few comments what the best artifact from John Constantine is. I don't know. I'm fighting 2 mil health fights. And I'm not... And you shouldn't have problems fighting them either. And as far as League Rate goes, I don't really know either, though most likely Dark Mallow cards. Bro, look at this man. But yeah, Jokarized Batarangs is most likely good on him. I don't know if Beta Club is good on him, because he'll get a lot of damage buff, which is very good for Beta Club from the Zatanna and the Swamp Thing passive. But usually that's not enough. You usually need 2 different values that trigger both your damage on hits and your damage on Beta Club with that Crit is one that everybody has. I mean, 3 values actually, if we count crit. So crit is one that everybody has. Damage is one that this team has access to. And John Constantine gets more damage on basic hits the lower health the enemy is. But that doesn't have the optimal synergy with Beta Club, because yes, Beta Club damage is gonna be higher because the damage on our basics is gonna be higher, but that's not gonna hit the dot a second time. Because with the crits, affects the normal damage that triggers Beta Club, affects Beta Club again after it's triggered and it's dot damage. But with damage on basic hits, you don't get that double tap. That's why we never see like just like Cyborg, Flash, and Raven with Beta Club on Flash. It's just not working well that way. But yeah, let's move on to Boss Shazam. Some of you had some comments about Boss Shazam and so what he does. Okay, so he casts hazards and gets permanent hazard damage buff. Hero will get immunity to hazard damage after reaching 20 combo meter. If hero has reached this amount of combo meter, but if it was broken, Shazam will spawn a bombardment. Also, boss hazard dispel positive effects. Okay. So, the answer to this is just use Batman Undergrounds. This man really does not want you to build combo and is going to really punish you. He wants you to build combo, but does not want you to use specials. And whenever you use a special, he will try to be very punishing towards you. So I guess Classic Wonderman is the best answer here. I really read the passive. I wanted to use again the Justic Dark thing, but I read the passive and I really don't feel like that's a good idea. Like, it really doesn't feel like a good idea. Also, get immunity to secondary hazard effects from Johnster Green Lantern, so all the better. Again, if you're struggling for hazards, not only for Batman and John, but for any character in the game, if you're struggling against the secondary effect of a hazard, Johnster Green Lantern straight up disables them. They don't affect you, they don't remove... see, hazard effect immunity. Now I should get my God Killer buffs removed in theory. But that's not happening. I think also helps you out a bit with the damage you take from the hazards, my boy Johnster Green Lantern. Now I'm getting hazard damage. Oh, so it's hazard damage immunity for a certain amount of duration. No, yeah. And it refreshes every single time you get a certain amount of combo added on top. So it's not like a fixed value each time you reach from 0 to 25. It's gonna be constantly going as long as you're constantly going with hits. Which is fair enough. I guess this mechanic would be interesting to like explore more in more contexts with more teams and try to play around it even when it's not the most advantageous one. But yeah, for Batman Drown, she doesn't care. Also, he's got 10 stacks of hazard damage and he's not doing hazard damage to me because I'm immune, because I'm building combo. Okay, so he's sitting on 1 HP. Okay, you saw that was the bombardment as well, because I used a super move. Do I need to use a special to make him spawn a hazard? Oh, he was on 1 HP. I was curious how much damage I would get from the hazards without that buff active and with all his hazard buffs active. Also, hazard did less because I had God Killer and hazards depend on the enemy's attack. Yeah, just use Batman Underground if you have God Killer, even better, and you're gonna have a good time here. Just don't use specials. I'm gonna take a look at the reward after. Let's see what bosses we have here. So we have my boy Nightwing here, immune to stun, fortified. So yet again, not too big of a deal. Just read the boss description and you'll be fine. Don't use the teams that get countered by this. Okay, so this man generates more power and deals more damage to stunned opponents. This is gonna be rough on normal difficulty because he's just gonna randomly use stuns. Just do a team that locks him into an infinite combo. Got Hero Batman underground, League of Anarchy stuns, whatever. Just don't let this man breathe because he will do it maliciously towards you. But on Karaki will be no problem. Just combo and chop his ass. Decay, that's fine. Has a chance to stun on the abilities. Deals more damage over time to stunned opponents. If the stun works properly and she doesn't also stun you on basic hits, this is easy. Decay never did that much damage. Like, I've never seen Decay be actually threatening to you. Like, even in Heroic 7, by that point, if you don't spend any money, you're gonna have a level 6 or 7 Soul Raid Artifact, or even 8. This does no damage at that point. It's the amount of health you have. Okay, so this man disables opponent's healing and special 1, and he deals increased damage based on the fullness of his power bar, so he's got Berserk, so be a bit careful with this man in higher difficulties, because he might deal some damage. But yeah, right now I'm gonna fight this man, because this is the kind of first time we get a decent amount of help on the enemy. With Just Like Dark Theme. I want to go in a bit of a test of the Jokarized Batarangs, maybe. It can be hard to tell, because the damage will increase as soon as I get my hands on more passive stats. But at the same time, this is kind of equivalent, more or less, to League Raid's performance. At the very least, in terms of the damage John Constantine will do on his basic hits, because in League Raids, there's going to be more health, more percentage health damage, more armor on the enemy, trickier fights than goddamn Nightwing. So it's gonna be different, but the benchmark for how much my John Constantine can do on his basic hits with the Jokarized Batarangs is gonna stay true. You can use the special to get the poison active. Get the burning active. That was a very convenient and fast burning. And I got infinite power for seconds, and I got it back again. Because that third special was thankfully both free from the special 2 and from the infinite power. Do this should put me back into infinite power, because I apply at the very least the Jokarized Batarangs. Poison has a negative effect. Okay. Maybe even do this with this man. And now he's got a lot of negative effects, and that third special... I mean, I didn't really build a lot of combo for it. Randomly triggered infinite power with that. Oh, he's got a nice gap close, actually. Bro, chill. Bro, come on, chill. Did Zatanna give me all the damage buff she can? Yep. We're all sorted out in terms of that, though I definitely do not mind his specials being disabled. Might as well do super move, why not? We apply the Jokarized Batarangs. And yeah, we're most likely not gonna kill this man. Look, disclaimer, this is only a 3-star John Constantine, and I got quite a few times hindered by the fact that I was on normal difficulty, so this is not necessarily representative of how strong John Constantine can be. But this is not looking good. For John Constantine at the very least. So yet again, maybe we get some crazy good scaling with the passive stats from the artifacts, but at 3 stars, he's a bit underwhelming considering I'm giving him a level 10 pay to win artifacts. Maybe that's not the best artifact for him. It seems in theory to synergize very well with his kits. Yeah, a bit weird overall. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye! Oh, and I also forgot to show you the amazing rewards I got from Shazam. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and goodbye!